Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the season 4 of the Five Door Media podcast, where we're diving into the future of the cleaning industry through the lens of technology, software, and AI. In this season, we're talking about the minds behind the CRMs and the tech platforms that cleaning companies rely on, not just about features or tools, but about the deeper shifts they're seeing across the industry. How is technology reshaping operations, customers' experiences, hiring, and profitability in the real world of cleaning services? And how are those leaders building software that actually keeps up with those changes? Today, we're sitting down with Holly Moore, the founder of Maids and More and the driving force behind the cleaning software. Holly is a true industry leader. She's built a highly respected residential commercial cleaning business and has transformed her experience into a software solution that helps cleaning businesses streamline operations, scale with confidence, and deliver a better service. She knows firsthand the challenges of running and growing a cleaning company, from hiring and training to managing client expectations, and she's passionate about giving owners the tools and systems that they need to succeed. In this episode, we'll talk about her journey as an entrepreneur, how she scaled her cleaning business, and why she launched the cleaning software, and what she's seeing in the industry right now that every cleaning company needs to be paying attention to. Holly, welcome to the show.
Thank you. What an intro.
Love it.
I hope
Thank you
I
for
can
being
live up
here.
to that. Thanks. Yeah,
Yes.
you're
I mean,
welcome.
you already have a lot of the stuff that I said. I mean, that's stuff that's in the past. You've done it before, right? We're talking about the future, like what's coming up next. So, but thank you for being here. I really appreciate this season. To me, is really fun. As the marketing agency side of things, we obviously dabble in our clients' CRMs and softwares and technologies enough, but like it's a really cool lens that this season of the podcast is providing to be able to show not just what is happening currently, but what are these technology and software companies seeing in the future and how they're responding to them and how that's going to lead towards a better industry. So I'm super pumped for this conversation.
Me too. I love talking about tech.
Love it. So let's set the scene. I want to know, like, what is one major shift maybe you've noticed in how cleaning companies are using technology in the last 12 to 18 months?
Um, a whole big shift. So people now are eliminating a whole lot of management costs by automating, their processes through technology, and that's the most cost efficient way to do it, and what you really should be doing. It's what's driven my cleaning service is to the first thing I ask is how can I replace this task or make this more efficient by using technology, and with AI and all of the different CRMs to choose from, we're really just flooding the industry with great tools that you can use to keep those costs down and really be more efficient through technology. So, I don't. Did that answer your question, or did
Yeah,
I,
I mean, it sounds like automation and
automation?
using the idea of automation. I think there's probably been things we've used automation for and probably didn't even realize we were using it for in the past, but now it's like an intentional effort, right? And like AI has definitely played a role in that. And
Mhm.
speaking of just automation and mindset, is there a mindset change you're seeing happening in the way cleaning business owners are thinking about software inside their companies?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are kind of dabbling, with the tech with way technology is right now. You can get on Chat GPT and even code yourself, and there's so many just resources out there that people are thinking that way. So when you go to, like the old software where they were like, why do I have to click this 6 different times? Why do I have to manually hit this button? Why doesn't it just go? Like, people are asking questions like that because they've either dabbled and go high level themselves or they've seen it done in a different industry. I will say the residential cleaning industry is behind. If you look
Mhm.
at commercial cleaning CRMs and different industry specific CRMs, they're leaps and bounds ahead of us. So I think everybody's realizing that now and really jumping on why does it take that? Why do I have to use this workaround? Like, it needs to just go straight through, and people are kinda demanding that now, and, where they weren't before. They were like, "Oh, I'll do this workaround," but they're like, "Man, that's costing me a whole $2,000 salary just to run that workaround when I could replace it with something that was more efficient." So
Sure.
efficiency for sure.
Efficiency too, and I think what you're talking about is we are more surrounded by technology than we've ever been surrounded by. And I think what that's doing is raising business owners' expectations of things, right? Like
Mhm.
there are certain things even 12 months ago that were like half of what the expectations that might exist now, just because the business owner knows, like, oh, I know the speed of AI. I can get this, this, and this from AI. And now their expectations are up there too. So, like, how are you dealing with that? What's that process like in the cleaning software where you're hearing back from business owners? Probably, I mean, you're a newer company, right? How old is the cleaning software as a whole?
Well, I mean, it was originally started to being coded for my own
Yeah.
residential cleaning service back in 2018
Okay.
or 17. I launched it at my own company in 2020, and then we kind of that was the cleaning software 1.0, as you could say. So
Mhm.
then we realized how big of an impact it had on our cleaning service. It went from 4 we were at 4 million and we were stuck because it was just really hard, and a lot of residential cleaning services are stuck right there at that point. And I was like, "I can't add any more cost, so we're gonna have to go tech." And so I designed this whole thing to eliminate so many just complicated and unscalable procedures, and then we went live, and then by 2023, we were already at 8 million.
Yeah.
That's how, like, big of an impact it had. So, of course, all my other, cleaning industry friends were like, "Can I use that?" And I'm like, "Okay, you know what? This is gonna be a thing." So we revamped it in, like, 2022, and now we are on the cleaning software 2.0. So we
Yeah.
almost, like, redid the whole thing, and then now we launched it to the industry in 2024. So, what was the original question?
Well, what I guess saying is, so you're fairly new, like, into this
Right,
world, but even
right.
from like when you started, let's say back
Uh,
in
yeah,
2022, what different like expectations of business owners are you experiencing now
yeah.
compared to what it was back then? Probably just because we're more surrounded by crazy technology now than we ever have been.
Right, and the CRMs are difficult. It's a very difficult process to write, and a lot of them have started back, in the 2005s, 2010s, and there were certain code and,
Mm,
um, I can't think of the exact terminology, but there were certain code that everything was based on that is so out of date right now, and so you have to basically rebuild yourself every 3 years, onto updated code and new code and constantly be refactoring and redoing that. I think a lot of the residential cleaning, softwares, are just now catching on to that and trying to keep up. So I'm super happy that we were able to like see that way in advance. Like we're already working on 3.0. We're already like halfway done with 3.0.
and
Under
probably
the
got some
same
ideas already for 4.0, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. We're like, we're gonna put this in the 3.0 column." But constantly getting better because technology is moving so fast, you're gonna be so left behind. Like, some of these CRMs, are gonna have to start all the way over with a whole new same concept, but new code, and to be able to keep up with even, like, some of like, if you don't update, you can't even you get glitches on different browsers and etcetera. It's crazy to keep up with technology, and you can't implement any of the AI in, like, 2010 code base or
Mm,
the stuff that's going on, so a lot of this AI stuff, unless you completely rewrite, your software, you're not able to really use it to its capability or what you actually could, so I'm excited that our 3.0 version is already in the making, and it's going to be loaded with AI. Like, as
right.
much AI as you can possibly get.
I love it. So it sounds like there's a correlation between you're having to keep up with just what technology is available, but then also keep up with the demands of your customers and the people using the cleaning business owners, what their expectations are too. There's probably a correlation between that. I imagine that's a challenging place to be, right? I mean,
Super fun.
I similar world in our world, right? Like with AI
Yeah.
and how it's affecting AI search, like expectations are correlated going up the same way technology is. And it's technology. People always ask about in our world this AI search or AEO and things like that. And I mean, I'm flattered, but like they're coming to us because they know we're the experts in marketing. But at the same time, I'm like, man, it takes like 10,000 hours to be officially labeled as an expert in something. There have not been 10,000 hours since the acronym AEO was created yet, like, on a calendar wise,
Yeah.
so, like, it's just it's a tough world to be in, and, like, to
Mhm,
keep up with those expectations, and the actual technology is challenging, but, you
mhm,
do have a front row seat, to on how cleaning business owners and companies are using technology. Obviously, you are a owner of a cleaning business
mhm,
and a technology business. So you have that front row seat. What are some of the smartest things you've seen companies doing right now with technology and automation, AI? Like what are some things you're seeing people doing that are like, "Oh, that even blew my mind." Like I'm in that tech space, like, "Oh, that's a brilliant idea." Like what are some things
mhm.
you're seeing?
Um, I'm seeing in the tech space of CRMs in general or just in the residential cleaning industry?
Just residential cleaning, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, definitely the AI thing, and, I think you're seeing a whole lot more integrations than you ever have before, and integrating is not the easiest thing to do, especially if your code is a little bit older. So, the new stuff and all the integrations that are working together is insane. Like, you can have what you used to have 12 different programs open, you can now open up one CRM and have all 12 tied to them for your convenience and efficiency versus if you're not working on integrations right now and you're not keeping up with all the other integrations in another CRM or somebody, has it, then everybody's trying to get down to that one thing.
Mhm.
Um, we didn't mind 2 years ago, like, opening ChatGPT and having this and having that, but now we're like, "I want it in here so I don't have to open up this window."
Sure. Yeah. Integration.
So,
Yeah.
integration is a huge thing right now, and it should be, at the top of your list of questions, but it is really integrations are hard, and it takes a really long time, to get them done, so that's one of our huge goals this year is to work on our integrations, so
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because like the big tech platforms, like Meta has AI integrated into their platforms. Google has AI integrated into their platforms. So it really, once again, those are the companies that set the tone or like the expectations for how consumers, whether it's just a human being or a business owner, how we want to use technology. So I imagine
Mhm.
like that integration, it's gonna be a non-negotiable in the future
Right.
for softwares because like, that is how their brain is now it's their expectation of technology usage. I always said, like, I think when TikTok came around in 2020 when we were what was it? 6 weeks to flatten the curve, and we were all just
Okay.
stuck at home and, like,
Yeah.
doing nothing. Uh,
Mhm.
TikTok blew up, and I'm like, those 6 weeks or, like, that time where we were all stuck at home, TikTok changed the expectations of the informational consumers on the internet that the content we want to consume is now vertical, short form content. And, like,
Mhm.
you look at, like, what content did after that, it's mind-blowing, right? Because
Actual
now
tech.
Reels has it, like, YouTube added it, like, if you're doing something and then Meta and Google, which is YouTube, respond and also do it, you're doing something right. But, like, the
Mhm.
same thing, AI now is changing so many of those expectations, right?
Mhm.
And we have no choice the same way as a marketing company. We're like, this is what informational consumers, which is like fancy term I use for like people that look for information on the internet.
Mhm.
This is what they're looking for. We have to use vertical video for our clients now and content. Now AI is doing that, so we have to respond. It's always leveled up, right? Like we have the human race has never the next phase has never been like a downgrade. Like we're always moving up, but it's
Mhm.
never moved up this quickly. And
I know.
expectations are moving this quickly as well. So it's
Exactly.
crazy. So we talk
Exactly.
about like what the smartest things you're doing or the smartest things companies are doing, which is a lot of integration of AI, but like what are some common maybe like tech mistakes that you see cleaning business owners making which in their mind they're doing this to grow and maybe simplify their operation, but they miss something. What are some like common mistakes you're seeing people make too?
When they choose a CRM, I think the common mistake of residential cleaning service owners is we overcomplicate things and make things entirely too complicated. And we need to be focused more on scalability. And when you're choosing your CRM, I don't think like when you got 10 cleaners at this point, yeah, oh yeah, this system works great for 10 cleaners. But if you want to scale, you've got to think simplicity, quickness, all of those type of things to be able to get you to that $10 million mark. Because there are some, CRMs that would never be able to do that. Like
Mm,
they wouldn't even be able to like change windows fast enough with that many customers. So I think that is the most common mistake is people will go with like a cheaper technology that just gets them by at the moment, which then in turn makes you have another transition later on that if you just started out with the right scalable solution instead of
mhm.
trying to, you know, go off and choose a cheaper one that you're gonna have to change out of later, um, I think is the biggest mistake I see residential cleaning service owners do. They're not thinking, "When I have 100 employees, what is this gonna look like?" They're thinking, "I have 10 current, what's my solution?"
Start how you want to finish, right?
Exactly. Mhm.
Yeah, and it's really easy to jump into X, Y, and Z. It's very easy to start things these days, right? But then you got to think it through. Start how you want to finish. Um,
Exactly.
I know
The
you're. Or sorry, go ahead.
we were Oh, it was okay. I wrote something down because I was gonna mention it earlier when you were talking about integrations. I don't like, be careful choosing a CRM, or any technology, but just like Drew is really good at marketing. He doesn't promote that he's good at sales and like operate like you focus on marketing, right? All CRMs are gonna be really good at something. And if we don't integrate with these other technologies that are also really good at something, like
Mm,
with Martha's QDS, like if you don't integrate with her that is awesome at what she does instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. You're going to get there so much faster. And then that way, customers, if you have a good, solid, simple, affordable solution to start with, and then people can come over here and grab other things that they want, to integrate with it, or maybe choose a simpler plan at the very beginning and then work their way up to the big boy plan. Um, that's what I meant by integrations earlier, and just like, there's, Libby's quoting tool, like, integrating with that because people really like her quoting tool, and not being hard-headed of, "Well, the cleaning software has its own quoting tool." "No? Okay, if you wanna use that one, we'll get you connected." Like, being flexible, in the technology is gonna be the future as far as, like, let down your pride. The cleaning software is great, but
mm.
you know what? We might not have the best quoting tool, or maybe Martha's got, surveys figured out better than we do, and we need to integrate. So that's what I meant besides just AI integration was those technologies too.
Yeah, which we had Libby on this season, talk about Sell, Convert, Clean, so it's
Yeah.
great that you mentioned her as,
Mhm.
Martha. She will probably be on this season too. I always call her Marty. That's, like, my nickname for her, so I'm, like, professional, like, "No, she's Martha, not Marty." She was on an episode last season
Yeah.
for, obviously, the culture season we did, but we gotta have her on for this one too to talk about
Yeah.
QDS, and, like, I don't know, I love that mindset of yours, and we've known each other for a while now. Actually, it's coming up on a year, I think. And like you are very community minded, right? Like you are fighting for this residential cleaning community. Like in a world where honestly commercial cleaning gets a lot of the attention, a lot of the accolades, but there is a really solid community of residential cleaners out there too.
Mm,
And I mean, you just saying, I mean, I'll if you like that other one, I'll integrate that in there for you too. Like
mhm.
it's like a beautiful, like, humble mindset of yours. Like, whatever is best for the community, that's what you're here for, right?
Exactly. Yep.
I love that. Very
Even
cool.
if a different CRM was a better option, I'd be like, you know what? You probably need this, and would recommend my competitors, if I needed to. It's all about what the customer needs and if you can fulfill those needs for them.
Yeah.
But I've been a residential cleaner. We have over 150 cleaners out there every day, and cleaning like 200 houses a day. So if anybody knows from experience how to
Sure.
simplify and do the technology of a very large scale cleaning service, I've I've been there, done it. So I feel like the other CRM or different CRMs, maybe like big service industry CRMs, they're really broad and they're not specific enough to service us as a
Mm,
residential community. So that's why I chose to go really like tight with the residential group because we have certain needs that like service industry like Jobber
mm,
couldn't fulfill for us. Like Jobber's payroll is not going to work for our performance pay. It's just not going to work. It's
sure.
never going to work. So to be able to scale and have that opportunity for people and just be able to help other people in the industry, it does. It's so cool. And the fact that I'll say the proof is in the pudding, right? Like it means a lot to people when they know that the cleaning software is running your own business and how big you've gotten and that it's proof, right? Rather than maybe a CRM that was written by a tech guy
Mm,
who doesn't know much about the cleaning
yeah.
service. Um, I do. So that was a big differentiator between the cleaning software and the other ones that are out there is it has been tested, tried, and true by a $10 million residential service.
Yeah.
So
And
it
like I
works.
said too, you're plugged in
Mhm.
well enough to that community where like you're hearing things. I mean, we were just at
Mhm.
an event recently together, right? And there was a bunch
Mhm.
of residential cleaners there. Like you've got that ear to the ground. So I mean, my next question was like how you've evolved to meet demanding, changes or changing demands. But I think we talked about that. But like I wanna talk more about and this is a cool question I've been asking this season, but like what has surprised you about how people are using your software that maybe you never even thought of? Like what if like somebody's like opened your eyes to like a feature or maybe how they use it or something like that? You're like, "Oh, it's a brilliant idea." I didn't even think about something like that.
It happens on the daily.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, I never thought to use that in that capacity." We have a thing on our back end where people can customize their own types of cleanings and create their whole back end by themselves. It's almost like they're building their structure. It's not like set defaults. Like you get to build all these things. So like people using a service type of a staff meeting and how they're paying their clients and they're like, "Oh, I just changed this payroll calculation because I pay this one way. That way it auto pays them correctly and I don't have to go back and fix it later." I'm like, that's so cool. Like every day I'm like, I didn't even think about doing it that way because there's so many different ways that you can get to the same result if it's customizable enough. So, yes, it happens on the daily, every day. I'm like, "That's cool."
I love that. Very cool.
Mhm,
So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's talk to the
mhm.
future. And I know you're talking 3.0, you're talking 4.0 already with your software, but like obviously the big two-letter word on everyone's mind is AI, right? And what role is AI currently playing in your world? Or like, or what role do you see AI playing specifically maybe in that quoting, selling, or like operations side of a cleaning business? Because I mean, we can go like full on Jetsons probably with some and like I don't know, maybe we're not that far off. Everybody has their own Rosie, and maybe it'll be called a Holly, or something like that in their house. But like, what are you seeing right now, and where do you possibly see in the future AI really changing that world of quoting, selling, and like the operation side of a cleaning business?
Absolutely. AI is gonna play a huge part in their automations are here, right? But creating the automations and adjusting to them without you having to do anything. Just having like ChatGPT built into,
Mm,
your system so you're not having to rewrite emails or you're getting an already generated response to a customer. Um just it's unbelievable what it can do, and honestly, I'm gonna admit, like, a huge fault that I have is I'm a mom, I'm about to be 43, so I try to say I'm techie, but it's hard to keep up, right?
mm,
And so I feel like this might is a lot of business owners' biggest weakness. Everybody hears the word AI, 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 and they're like, "Oh," and I haven't educated myself good enough to know its full potential. I know in 2.0, there's a lot of hangups with old code that is making it impossible, so that's why we're working so hard on getting the newest most updated code base that we possibly can to be able to integrate it. But I actually made AI my education topic, and I usually like to talk about things that I'm an expert on.
Sure.
But literally, I'm using my own education this month or in September to educate myself because
Mm.
I'm really irritated when I go to some of these. I watch YouTube videos online and I'm like, wow, I didn't know you could do that. Or wow, I didn't know you could do this. So that's my mission this month is, hey guys, I'm going to admit I own a tech company and I'm behind in AI. Let's all learn together. Let's research. Let's, have some guests on was it Darren out of North Carolina that we hung out with at a huge convention?
Mhm.
He's got tons of ideas. I'm gonna bring him on the podcast, like, all different kinds of people. I wanna know everything there is to know with AI, and we just need to educate ourselves better at this time on how to use it, um, and start using it more efficiently. So, it is definitely the next world, but I am gonna let you know that I'm not 100% expert.
Well, if it's comforting, no one is,
Okay,
right?
good.
Like, there is no one. It's moving so fast and quickly, like, there is no one who will maybe ever be a 100% expert. I don't even think AI itself is an expert on AI, right? Because, like, you
Mhm,
can introduce something to it, and it learns a new capability that it even has. Um,
mhm,
so, yeah, no one's a full expert on it, um,
mhm.
because that, like, I don't know,
And it
like I
is
said earlier, that 10,000 hours, like, it just doesn't even exist yet. So it's
and it's
fine.
moving so fast that it's hard to integrate or implement it because by the time it
Yeah,
completely changes, like 30 days, and then you're like, "Oh, there's something new and better." So it's really I think every tech company is struggling right now trying to keep up with it and stay on top of it, but that's one question you should probably ask in a demo is ask them if they have future plans for it.
sure,
I
yeah,
don't think anybody's really good at it right now because it is changing so fast. But I do think that if they don't know how to answer that question for, "Do you have future plans for AI? What are you currently doing?" Then
yeah.
that's a big red flag because you might be stuck in the Flintstones age for a while if you don't keep up.
Well, I think it's good for technology companies like yourself as well, because I was talking to, a friend yesterday who had a great conversation with Brandon Vaughn over the week or at the Huge that we were at, that
Mhm,
convention we were at, and Brandon's
mhm,
like, "Man, the craziest thing about AI is for us is, like, we can knock out new features quickly because AI is doing the code for us." You know what I mean? Like, so even technology companies looking to integrate AI, they're also using AI to, like, speed up how quickly like new features could be there because like it's writing the code. You don't need a developer like working 12 hours a day at times that like knock out new features. So like it's evolving everything and like it's evolving mainly the speed of everything, like all
mhm.
the way from the actual technology companies, but all the way to like the actual users of the technology too. Are there
And
any certain like AI trends that you see? I don't want to like make you give up any of your like 3.0 secrets that are coming, but like what are some possible trends or tools that you're watching closely that you think will hit this industry in a big way?
well, you are right about that 3.0 lesson or like, yes, that is I'm like, "Hey, let's just finish these last couple little things that are in 2.0 and then let's focus all of our energy on that." But the 3.0 version makes me so excited because have you noticed, like, you signed on to QuickBooks or Netflix here lately, and the interface looks completely different?
Yeah.
That's because they're staying ahead of the game, and they've switched their code base over to the same people who are like DoorDash and,
Mm,
Instagram, so everybody's stuff is gonna start to change and look totally different, and that AI interface is all there and all that new stuff, and so when I in being in the technology world, like, when you go to sign up for something, you're like, "Oh, that button should be over there. This is more
sure. Yeah.
efficient." Now you really start paying attention to the platforms that you're signing on to, and you'll notice, like, the AI in the smallest little areas or just new code base, new, fresh, quick. It looks cleaner, it's easier, more user friendly. Um, but what was the original question? It was integration?
Just
I get
any
sidetracked.
tools or trends that you see that
Mhm,
might be, taking over this world.
mhm. I mean, we can talk about ChatGPT, but it just ChatGPT just keeps getting better and better and better, and all these AI bots and the AI, phone,
Mhm.
that's gonna be a huge thing that changes, like, where AI is answering the phone for you and, your salespeople are then, connecting after AI gets the call for you. Like,
Yeah.
our cold calling is, like, completely gonna go away with AI bots, like, it's crazy, like, I would think I listened to a guy the other or yesterday on YouTube because I was watching a bunch of AI videos and, like, where
Mhm.
the future of our staff is gonna go. Obviously, cleaners can't be replaced, right? So, woohoo, we may be safe until
Yeah.
cleaning robots come. I doubt that cleaning robots are really gonna ever replace an actual cleaner in a house, but um, where's everybody gonna go? Where's the workforce gonna go that these jobs that are eliminated by
Sure.
AIs? And I think everybody's gonna go into the tech and then have to go into management because I don't think AI is gonna take it over. I just think that it's you're gonna need somebody to manage the AI that used to
100%.
be done by 10 people. And
Every
so
company will, have a CTO of sorts. It's like
yep.
some sort of chief technology officer will need to
Mhm.
be there. And I think, honestly, it's an opportunity to to be an outsourced CTO or like a fractional CTO is a fascinating idea to me right now because every company is going to need something like that. Um, and to be able to fully implement like what's possible.
Yeah. I just had a giant, a year ago, I changed development teams. You got tough decisions in life. You're like, this isn't going fast enough. I need a better
Sure.
team. So I hired an entire new tech team. And to make that transition, the new developers were able to reverse engineer code in AI. Because if one person writes a code, it's like in a different
Mhm.
language
Yeah.
then it's like somebody writes in Spanish and you need to translate it into Russian, like, it doesn't just happen that
Yep.
easy, so, they're using AI right now to reverse engineer 2.0 to get us to 3.0, and 2.0 took 2 years. Now we're gonna get to 3.0 in maybe 6 months to 8 months.
Half the time. Yeah.
Half the time just by AI.
I love it. Very cool.
They're smarter than me, but I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
They should be. They should be
Yeah.
smarter than you.
But
Yeah.
I've learned, like, the CTO version, like, I took over the product development of the cleaning software as well too, and it is fun. Like, I've it's the f I never thought I would enjoy that because I've always been a marketing, sales,
Yeah.
frontline, friendly, like, get out there and network and bring people together and serve the community kinda girl, and I was like, "I don't know if I'm gonna do good at this," and I absolutely love it. Like, it is so cool to have a dream and an idea and then just create it and watch it come to life, and then watch people use it
Yeah.
and make their life easier. I'm like, "Thank you, God. I think you've put me in the right industry or in the right." I never thought I would be in the tech world, but
Yeah.
here I am.
I'm starting to hear stories about because the only thing I can compare that to is like our 5 door system that we use for ads. And like I'm hearing stories already from people that are learning about it, like, oh my gosh, we did this and we realized it's door 4. That's where we're getting stuck, or something like that. And it's always
Delivery
like,
doors.
yeah, because you're right. It is like these crazy ideas that we have, early in the morning, late at night, or keeping us up in the night. And then you're like, you put it on paper and then you educate and then you hear back from people that they're actually doing it and it's working and changing things. It's one of the best feelings in the world. Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of leadership and education, one of my last questions is going to be about the responsibility of software companies and technology companies when it comes to being a part of the communities that they serve, educating, the communities they serve on maybe how to use technology, showing them what technology can do for their business compared to just selling it. Like, where do you look at that? What is the responsibility of a technology company to the industries they serve from the education standpoint? Where do you look at that from?
It's exactly where you start. You educate and empower people, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, "Wow, that it's you give, you get." So I give constantly, like tons of free education. I know you do too. This podcast right here is a blessing to the industry that you actually gathered all of us up and interviewed us separately so you could see the differences. Like you're educating. That's exactly what the cleaning software does is we try to educate first give you all this free information and things that you can use to improve your business so that when you are ready for a technology switch, which is I was actually gonna mention that earlier, but my ADD got, woo, off somewhere else. But people in this industry are scared of change, and
Mm,
especially technology change. So you're just nurturing them, you're there for them and to where they feel comfortable enough to when they're ready to make that switch. Because switching a CRM is not an easy task. I
yeah,
might know a company for 3 years before they ever trust or decide, "Okay, let's go. I'm ready." That's how long it
sure.
takes. So if you're not educating and building the relationship, um, 3 years ago, I would have never that person would have probably never switched. So it is super duper important to educate and give back, and even when they become a customer, we do not let the education stop. Like, we're constantly educating our success network. That's what I call our, like, customer base. We have a success network, our own, we have a weekly Zoom call, we ask for topics they want covered,
Yeah,
we're listening, they're telling us what they need, and we're helping them with it. So, we're not just their technology solution, it's important to be their solution to other problems that they may have besides technology that you can help out with. So, I know our topic this month was hiring, hiring, hiring. So, we've been all of our education base has been focused on hiring, and our success group gets a little bit more than the random public. They definitely get more one-on-one, and all of that. And another thing about the 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 admin and the support staff and the onboarding staff all at our CRM have all been in the industry.
mm,
So when they're onboarding you, you're not having to educate them in the cleaning
mm,
service. Like they've been there, they own their own service or they've managed one before. And so that's very, very helpful, and it helps me because I can't move the world by myself. I didn't grow a cleaning service to the size that I did it by myself. I did it
mhm.
by having the right people in place underneath me. So, having people underneath you that can also do the educating so you can scale that part as well, I think is really important.
100%. And I'm a believer that nothing worth building gets built alone. I'm a big believer of that myself. So, hey,
Mhm.
thank you for being a part of this conversation. I appreciate you taking your time. Um, my thank you to you for being a part of this podcast is give us your elevator speech. Tell us about the cleaning software, why it's a great solution for residential cleaning companies. The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. I think I've kind of already said it in the middle of the podcast. That our biggest differentiator that sets us apart from everyone else in the industry, even cleaning specifics, is that this was built from a brain of somebody who has scaled, I think, if not the largest cleaning service in the nation. So it is coming from a place of actual cleaning industry specific knowledge. And so I think a lot of times when people switch over, they're like, that makes total sense. Like intentionally do stuff like I haven't prioritized the silly customer portal yet or two-way texting because I'm like, hey guys, two-way texting on a large scale when you have 1,700 customers, can you imagine what chaos
Mhm.
that would, bring? So I think that we just have a lot of scalable experience, and that's definitely what sets us apart. And then, like you pointed out earlier, our education. We're not here just to take your monthly subscription fee. We're here to build a company of successful people and a successful industry. And if you're succeeding and growing, then we're succeeding and growing. And so that's definitely what puts us apart. And then I want to say that I feel like as far as staying on top of development and being more modern looking, fast, if you can imagine 200 or 150 cleaners signing into one app every day
Mm,
in the same system and then be able to switch multiple branches, I would say we're very, very fast compared to some of the older CRMs that you may have to click like 72 tabs. We're also very quick and easy to use. Like, I don't want to spend 3 hours trying to, or not 3 hours, 3 minutes having to fill out a job entry form with 17 tabs at the top
True.
and tags and all the crazy stuff. So we're the most simplistic, fastest, scalable educational solution, I think, in the residential cleaning industry. And we're actually one of the more affordable, in my opinion. We just switched to seat pricing. So you're not paying any different than an admin than you are a cleaner. It's just like one straight $20 a
Mhm.
seat pricing. You do have a base package that you start out at, and then it's an additional $20 and then per seat. And then we actually did just add a price point break because I feel like all of the bigger companies, we get punished for being bigger, or it's not
Mhm.
always proportional. So, we have a package for bigger companies that allows a little bit of that price break. So, like $15 for an extra seat instead of 20. So, I really think our pricing also. I mean, and then you just get us. Like, we're the best people. Like, if you met Shelly, Carrie, and Faith, we're awesome.
I love that. Very cool. Well, hey, thank you for being a part of this again.
Uh-huh.
I think it's been a powerful conversation. So thank you for being here. If you have found this episode helpful, maybe share it with a cleaning business owner that you know, because man, if there's one thing I learned about this world, everybody knows everybody. So if you know a cleaning business owner who's maybe struggling with technology, share it with them. Maybe they'll learn something, as well as all the other episodes that we're producing for this season of the Five Door Media podcast. And remember, it's not really just about the tech it's itself. It's about how you use it to simplify, scale, and serve your customers and clients better. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.